Hi guys, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple guessing game in Python. So first I'm going to show you all the code, then I'm going to teach you step by step what every line of code does. So let's get started. Okay, so this is all the code. Let me open this up a little bit so you guys can see everything. So this is all the code. So here I'm importing a package. A package is basically something that another person already made, and import is something that brings in a package. And then here we're importing randint, and we're bringing that in from random. So we're getting randint from random. The next line, we are defining a function which basically makes a function. You're like making a function, and a function is basically anything, and there's code inside it, and you can call it whenever you want. Like here, we're calling that function. We're telling it to do the function. Like when we're calling guesser, that's the name of my function. It's going to do all of this when I call guesser. So the next line, we're assigning a variable a random number. So randint, all it does is it makes up a random number. And this is where I'm going to give the random number. So the number is random, and it's in the range of 1 to 100. So it may be 99, maybe 29, maybe 26, maybe 53. Anything between 1 to 100. It can't be 101 because that's bigger than 100. It's like that. And we're assigning that random number to A. Now we're printing, let's play the number guessing game. What print does is it tells or says something to the user. And we're assigning a variable again. We're saying B equals to input of guess the number. So input, basically what that does is it asks the user something. And whatever it asks, it prints out here. And in this case, I'm printing out guess the number. And so whatever their answer is, that's what B is going to equal. So now we're asking if int of B equals to A. So why we have these two equal things is because when you're asking, you can't just do one equal mark. Because if you do, then it will make the integer of B A. But if you do equals to, then that will just ask if it's equal. Like if this random number, which is A, if it was 29, and then whatever you guessed, which is B. So what if you said 29, you said 29 to this question, then this would be 29, okay? And then this, what if the real answer, the random number, was 29? Then it would say, correct on the first try, congratulations. Because does 29 equal 29? Yes, 29 equals 29. So it's asking if the answer that you said is equal to what the random number that we said is. But if this answer, your answer is not equal to the random number, then it will do this stuff. That's why it says else. If this, then that. Else, do this. So here we're doing a while loop. A while loop is basically anything that's it does anything inside it until this is true. So while integer of b is not equal to a, do this. So when the integer of b becomes equal to a, then it will do this stuff for the last time. So here we're saying if this, then this. So we're asking if the integer of b is bigger than a, then print the number is lower than that. So your answer, if you did the number too big and it's bigger than the real answer, then it will say the number is lower than that, and that is your number that you said. So then you'd obviously look for a lower number than that. elif is just another if command, except this one is connected to this. If this doesn't happen, then do this. If this doesn't happen, then it's an error message. So now the next if thing is elif. So elif, integer of b is smaller than a, then print this, the number is higher than that. And then you're asking again, b equals input, try again. So then the next time it does it, b is going to equal the answer that you said the next time to try again. And if this, the answer that you said to b equals stop, then it will break the whole thing. So then it'll stop. So if you want to stop the game, you just say stop when it says try again. But not any other place, only when it says try again. Then if b equals, so the next f loop is coming up. This one is not connected to this one. So if b dot is digit just asks if whatever given value is a digit. So if b is a digit, then do this. And that this is if integer of b is equal to a. So remember, this b is this b, the answer to this question, and this a is still the same. Remember when we first did this a? Yeah. And so if this condition is true, then it's going to print correct. Congratulations. Woohoo! And then it's going to do it all over again. You see, we're calling the function again, and it's going to do all of this all over again. But if we didn't have this, nothing would happen, because we're just defining the function. We're not calling it yet. But then when we finally at first call it, then it will start the function. So let's run this and see what happens. Put that up a little, and I'm going to run this. It says, let's play the number guessing game, which is right here. Guess the number, right here. So we're going to guess the number. What about 45? The number is higher than that. 50? The number is higher than that. 70? The number is higher than that. 80? The number is higher than that. 85? The number is higher than that. Wow. 90? The number is higher than that. 99? The number is lower than that. 95? The number is lower than that. 93? Lower than that. 92. Yes, it says correct. Congratulations. Woohoo! And then it starts all over again and it says, let's play the number guessing game. Guess the number. So I hope you had fun and good luck when you try this at home. See ya. Bye.